It's okay to go to therapy. It's okay to get help.
My favorite R&B artist is R. Kelly. Like,
oh God.
like
here we go.
Like it is R. Kelly.
The child don't care about material things. The child wants you to be there for them and to be their friend.
The Dark Knight is overrated.
Horribly overrated.
Welcome back, friends, squirrel friends, and homies who just want to kick it with me to my left. Because I've been saying to my right.
I'm used to me being to your right.
I am used to you being to my right. This is a weird setup. I feel like this is not my good side. I just don't feel like this is my good side. But to my left, I have my co-host, Louis P., a.k.a. the next Tyler Perry. We gotta manifest. Technically speaking, this is your channel. You're my boss. Why you don't like to own it?
I'm not saying nothing.
Why you don't like to own it? Are you afraid of saying it? Would you think he's going to see this and say, who's this guy?
I'm not saying
trying to be
I'm
me.
just trying to do my thing.
Nobody's telling you to put on a dress.
I'm just trying to do my thing.
Well, we have a topic that I actually was inspired by because I was having a conversation with my friend on Instagram and we were talking about relationships, right? And we all have those hard standards that we know up front, like no cheating. Your finances better be good. We talk about all of these things that are basically non-negotiables. I'm going to quote, so some people be negotiating. But they be non-negotiables. But what about like those little things that don't come up in the initial dating phase, but might come up throughout your relationship? As we was talking, I'm like, people don't never want to talk about what those petty triggers are, because they want to seem so complete and perfect and secure. But let's be real, like, we all have insecurities, right? So I took a poll on IG, and I want us to discuss how we would feel with these situations. So are you ready? Because Lewis don't know the poll, and you don't know some of the things that was given to me in my DMs. And please be free to DM me topics you want us to talk about. But one of the things is, how important is constant communication with your partner? Can your partner go 24 hours without talking to you?
For me personally?
Yeah, let's just say you're already in the relationship and your partner goes 24 hours without talking to you.
Honestly speaking, that's never really been that big of a deal to me. It's been a big of a deal if it was me that wasn't in contact with my significant other for 24 hours.
You had the reverse effect.
Yeah, for me personally, like, because I'm not big on, like, micromanaging you if I'm with you. Like, if I'm with you, that means, like, you're the person I put my trust into, my love into. And honestly, I'm very big on, like, sometimes space is good. Sometimes having time to miss someone is a good thing. So, no, it's not like I haven't heard from you all day. What are you doing? Are you cheating on me? Da, 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 da. Like, I'm not like that. Like, no.
You don't really care. So they can go 24 hours without talking to you.
I mean, if
what's your threshold for you to start getting worried?
Well, see, if it's that case where they go that long without talking to me, and it's like nothing, like we're not fighting or nothing, like it's just regular circumstances, I'm usually someone that, like, hey, hope everything is like I'll get nervous and assume like just hope for everything to be okay. Like, is something wrong? Is everything okay? Not nervous and like what are you doing? Are you cheating on me? Are you that?
So you're not going that way.
No,
you're just
I go the way like,
good?
Is everything okay? Okay, just making sure. Because I'm gonna just assume that you're busy, you're caught up with something.
Because life happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume you're busy in more of a productive way than more of a infidelity type way.
Okay, so I see what you mean. So for me, and this was actually a good question that was asked because I saw another friend of mine was like, my dude can't go 24 hours without speaking to me. He needs to talk to me every day because at the very least you can send a text message. So I
could agree with that.
I could agree with that. At the very least you could send a text. You know, throughout the day, life does happen. Me personally, you don't have to be on the phone with me every single day. You can shoot me a little text if you want. But I will say, for instance, if my man is on a vacation, I'm not expecting to have fun. You know, if you're in another country, I get how service be, whatever. I'm not expecting you to be in contact with me throughout the trip. You know, you could go 24, hell, even probably 48 hours without communicating with me because I just get it, especially if it's a boys trip. I'm going to trust you, and whatever happens, happens. But yes, the 24 hours thing, not really, you can shoot me a text message. So that's one. The next one is that I was sent was looking at someone else other than your partner when you are out together. So I asked this question on the gram, and that was actually a 50-50 split. Like, is that disrespectful? Is it not? And that actually was 50-50. So if you were out with your girl and she was checking out a guy, you know, how would that make you feel?
Me personally, I think it depends on, like, because it could be like, let's say, like, I'm going to just use, like, if it was me checking the person out. Let's say a chick walked by and she looked, you know what I'm saying, like, she looked good. There's a difference between, like, say you're with someone and, like, your eyes, like glance for a second.
No.
As opposed to, like, if you're, like say they're walking by, like, just walking by right now and you do like that. Like, it caught my eye. I'd be lying if I said it didn't.
Like an ass walk by you, yeah, you want to see that.
As opposed to, like, we eating and they walk by you and you're just like that. Like, hey, oh, what? Like, it's different. You
but
know
at the
what I'm saying?
same time, if that did happen, you're human.
Is that cause to break up? No.
Is it cause to argue?
It could be, depending upon who you're with. Would I argue over it? No.
Like, if you were out with your girl and she saw a dude in her eyes, you know, the trail, how would you feel?
See,
you see how you do that, like, that's really how it goes.
I'm the type of person that would make a joke out of that. Like, let's say if, like, you think, like, a real hot guy walked past and, like your eyes wander and I'm like, F's, you on a date? Pay attention. Like, I'll make a joke out of it.
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah, it wouldn't be something that's like, oh, so it's not going to make me pissed off at you. Listen, you could find, there's millions of attractive people on the planet. It's okay though. My whole thing is like, you with me, I got you. So, okay, you looking, go ahead, you can look, you can window shop, you ain't buying nothing, but you can look, it's cool.
And if you decide to buy, you can go ahead.
That's what I mean. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me either.
Like, alright, so this is my thing. I guess to me it would depend, because it would depend on atmosphere, right? If we're at the club, we're at the beach, we're chilling, whatever, I don't give a shit. Like, I really don't care. There's times I'm even looking at a girl's ass, which is right there. Especially some of them be having some big old booties. Like, again, we both gonna look together. You see that? You know what I'm saying? And I'm one to forgive a stare because I'm not gonna act like I'm not gonna look. Like you said, there's millions of attractive people here. If I sit there and police my man's eyes, I feel like it adds kind of more of a wanting to him to want to do it now that I took it away, if that makes sense. I feel that if I'm like, don't look at other women, then maybe he might be like, well, what's she trying to keep from me? Because, you know, sometimes people want what they can't have. It's a stare, it's a look, it's not that serious. As long as he's not bagging nobody's number, I really don't care. Keep it respectful and that's it. But if we're on like a dining experience, let's just say you're really taking me out to a nice restaurant and it's supposed to be about me and you, I would like to keep it me and you. I will most likely police my look a little more if I know it's that type of vibe. But we're at like a brunch. So I guess time and place for me. Time and place for me. I don't know about everybody else, but it'll be time and place for me. If we're at a brunch, a party, lit vibes, I don't care what you decide to do. Look at another girl, I don't know, whatever. But nice night out, date night, you know, we had a good restaurant, keep your eyes over here. I did not get dressed, wear this nice dress for you to look at other women right then and there. Especially if you're the one taking me out, you're saying it's a wine and dine experience, I think we can just keep it with us. And then the next one is your significant other posting you on the gram. Is that mandatory or not? Now this is one that came up a lot. This is one that actually is a now that we're stepping into, now that we're all the way in social media, we can't act like this isn't a valid question. I don't even think this is the fact that this came up in the petty argument, I feel like this honestly needs to be kind of up in the non-negotiables these days. If this is something you want, you should say that up front, not just let that slide by. Where do you stand on that? If you're in a relationship, would you like it? And be honest, would you want to be posted?
Sure.
Sure.
No. Again.
What if your girl is like, no?
See, I'm not big on social media in terms of putting my business out there. My social media page, I don't really put personal stuff on there. I put like I talk sports, I talk like stuff like that. If I choose to share something personal in my life, like let's say I decide to get a new car, and maybe I want to post like, hey, I got a new car, and I show a picture of it, like, yeah, I'm proud I got a new car. Or when my bird died, and I posted that. I didn't have to. I didn't feel the need to like, I have to let the world know I lost my bird that I had for this long. But I just felt like posting.
Everybody knows about that bird.
But that's what I mean.
People know
but I just felt like posting it. Just like when people post their pets or whatever. I'm the same thing when it comes to a relationship. Like, I'm not the type of person that's like, you need to post me on your page so everyone knows we're a couple. Because again, whether it's for, in the long run, whether it's me being naive in this aspect or whether it's for good or for worse, I'm just very trusting. If I'm choosing to be with you and we are entering a relationship, I'm putting my trust in you. So I'm not going into you not posting me online like, she's trying to hide me and do all these other things. I truly don't care if you post me or not, if I'm with you. Now, it could be looked at as a little cause to pause if I try to post something with you and you don't want me to.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
From the
Don't post me,
like,
don't post me, don't post me.
Why are you so like... Or if like I posted and you spaz, take that off, don't throw it up. Why? Are you ashamed? Are you hiding something? That could be something that could actually get me more in that mind frame than you not posting me. I honestly don't care. The last relationship I was in, we both posted pictures of each other on MySpace and all of that stuff. You know, and it wasn't something where I looked at it as like, you have to post me. It was just something I did. I post pictures of like me and my friends. If I'm at like a party, we take a picture. I just naturally will post things. Right. Not for the sake of saying, hey, look where we're at. Look what we're doing. Look at my friends. Just because, hey, this was a nice night. And I'll post it with a caption like, oh, I had so much fun tonight, or great event, or something like that. That's how I look at it.
So, all right, this is probably me. Because remember, the episode is petty or valid. I think this is valid. Now, the other things that I may have mentioned could be viewed as petty. I think this is a valid question, a valid argument, and I feel like I wouldn't like it if somebody made me feel as if I was childish for saying I wanted to be posted. If I'm in a relationship, and yes, I trust, obviously you're going to say you trust your partner, but I just feel... If you're sharing everything else, like you said, that you get a new car, if I'm seeing the type of man I'm with, and you're sharing everything else, like your car, your friends, your outings, things like that, all the things that you think is of value and important in your life, I get not posting me immediately, but at some point, am I not a factor? You know, I don't want to just be in your stories that disappear after 24 hours.
See, now let me just say, me saying that I feel the way I feel does not mean I think this is petty.
No, I know that, but I'm saying in general.
I do think it is valid, and I do think that...
in general, people put for the fact that this came up as a petty, I don't believe this is petty.
No, I think that could be valid because, again, if I'm like the type that's like, let's say I don't have social media, or... Like, I know people that they have social media, like a Facebook but they don't really be on it like that.
Right.
So they don't really post much of anything.
And I think that's when that conversation of how important social media is in a relationship should come up too. Like I said, in this day and age, this like Instagram, social media, is no longer considered a petty thing. It's important. We got to stop acting like this is not a fact. Nowadays, it's important. Nowadays, it's people's livelihood. Nowadays, it's people's life. So if social media has an importance to you or to your partner, let's just say you are with somebody who doesn't have a social media, would you want them to go get one? No. Would you want them to still stay?
No.
But you know, would you want Would you want, you could get, what if they decide to make one? If they weren't that person, now they turn into that person. It's real.
But that's what I mean. Like, again, like, you change, you grow. I was always someone that was, at one point, I was MySpace. You couldn't tell me nothing about Facebook. I had no interest in Facebook.
I didn't
Then
either.
the Facebook was made for me, and then I ended up forgetting about
My
MySpace.
friends made me make Facebook.
Yeah. And then I was put on Instagram. Like, I don't like taking pictures like that. I don't really care. Then Instagram was made for me. Then Twitter came out. I'm like, what the hell is a Twitter? What the hell are you doing Twitter? You know what I'm saying? But as an artist at the time, that was something that was big on that. As
right.
like, I had to have that. But when it comes to my personal, like, if I'm with someone that I'm proud and happy to be with, of course I'm gonna post you. Why wouldn't I? I'm happy that I'm with you. I'm proud that I'm with you.
But maybe those people will be like, I am happy, but I don't want to post. So I just, like I said, for me, I get not posted me immediately. Everybody needs that trial period to see if this relationship is really sticking.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it never happens, I would probably side-eye my partner.
Like, let's say if I'm dating somebody and like our anniversary or our birthday,
right? Like, at least hit me on the good days. Give me something.
That's what I mean. Like, let's say something like that
right,
comes
like
up.
my birthday came.
A day like that's coming up, and like, let's say it's like, all right, for Valentine's Day or for whatever day, I want to do this for her. I want to do something special. I want to take her here, and we're taking pictures. Of course, I'm gonna post it. Because it was a great memory, and it was something that's just like we had a great time. So if we're taking pictures and we're out, or let's say we're just going out to the club or whatever, and we end up taking some pictures, or to an event where they have a photographer taking pictures, I'm gonna post those pictures. Like, we could have nights where we may be just cuddling on the couch, chilling and taking some selfies, and I may end up posting them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I get when people be like, oh, well, this is a business page. All right, but so what? You ain't supposed to have a life? And then if your image of business is always look single, then we're never going to look, when are you ever going to look like you have a family? You know, like when people say things, I'm supposed to look single, but if you're dating a promoter or something like that, I'm supposed to look single so I can get tickets. So if you're supposed to look single, are you supposed to act single? At what point does this stop? Especially when you're getting close to 40 or something. I know we're not supposed to talk about ages, so I'm just saying. At some point, what we going to post?
Of who you're dating. Because
if you're dating someone in a
certain world, like entertainment, you have to know. If you're dating someone who's modeling or an actress or singer or whatever, if you're dating a stripper, you have to understand that there may be some things that you're going to have to be comfortable with if you're willing to enter this space.
This is true.
And this person may say, I need you to trust me. This is what I'm doing, especially if they were doing it before you guys were together.
This is true. Yeah,
right. I say, if you
so
want to
maybe
be
this
with
is why
me,
I won't date no promoter.
That's what I mean.
That's why I won't date the promoter. I won't do things like that. But I would say, the reason, because I'll never forget, I was on a date with a guy and we were talking about this, and he just was like, I don't understand why Instagram has to be important. But think about it like this: back in the day, our parents, like one of the things they'll say is, if I could, I'd shout out love from the rooftops. Mm-hmm. We actually can now, and the fact that you choose not to, it kind of makes you feel like, well, what the hell? And then also, why do we put so much stake on it? It's a picture. If y'all break up, it's okay. Relationships come and go. We don't have to make it seem like, no, I'm going to take down. All right, take out a picture. It was a relationship. Yeah. That's it. It happens. I don't understand why people make it seem like if you post and you have to take it down, it's a failure. It's a relationship. We tried. It didn't work. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to me.
But see, if I may, that's why when going back to another topic we discussed, experiences.
Right.
See, I've had relationships that didn't work out in high school and as I got older, and I had pictures with my significant other at the time, and you look so happy. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have people that pray on your downfall, like, you're not gonna work.
Right.
So when it doesn't work out, they're celebrating, they're happy. I knew they wasn't gonna work. I look stupid. You was this stupid? Was your queen. This was, for me. I'm not saying
I'm going off their friends. How do I look stupid?
But that's what I mean. For me personally, I exit that situation with, and you may even have your friends that be like, see, I told you there was no good. I told you I didn't like it. I said, for me, it's just like, listen, at the end of the day, I don't take back my experience.
With this person.
I've had exes that I no longer speak to, that we don't, or are not on speaking terms. I don't take back. I don't wish that didn't happen. I'm still glad I was in that. I still had good times with that person. We had good and bad. That's part of my life experiences. And part of that relationship, what that did was that better prepared me for my next relationship. So there's, again, certain things where I'm not going to say I was a perfect boyfriend, with some things I may handle differently in the next one, and it was a learning experience. It was a life experience that I do not regret going through.
Right.
Again, the breakup may be painful. It may be okay. I took this off. It's like, or I could even come across a picture like, oh damn, I was happy back then. Oh my god,
that was a fun memory. Yo, that was dope. Oh,
it's not, to me, it's not that big of a deal if that happens, because I would rather have had that than never to experience it. Because again, as hurtful as the pain may be, the pain lets me know that I'm human. I feel something. The feeling of loving someone, the feeling of being with someone, the feeling of having someone that's
in the
down for you.
moment fully, and not thinking about what if we break up.
Exactly.
Just stay with this person, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I had to, going back to you, but you said this person was your queen. Yeah, and guess what? I might have another queen. I might have another king. I might have another king and another king. I give so much shit to Lori Harvey. That's how you're supposed to do it. Date, experience, love, take pictures.
But going back to that, that's why a lot of people may say, see, this is why I don't be posting pictures of that.
So what?
But again, then you're letting what other people feel, other people's opinion on social media, that doesn't dictate my life.
No.
Again, I don't feel like, oh damn, I look stupid now because I was so happy. No. I can look back and say, yeah, I was happy at this time when we went through some things and no longer together, and I hope one day maybe I can experience this with someone that I can have something with.
That makes me want to post. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not that. It's not that serious
deep
to me.
It's not. And then so we're going to say that one's a valid. Mm-hmm. That's the valid one. All right. And the next one that came up was, how important is it that your friends like your partner? Friends and your friends. Let's start there. So when I put that question up, I was honestly surprised that a lot of people said they didn't care. And I'm just like, really? For me, I would want my friends to like my partner.
I'm going to say it like this. And I feel the same way about what my family feels about my partner. I'm not going to say I don't care. Ideally, I would want my friends and family to love my partner and for everyone to get along. But you're just going to have cases where some of your friends or some of your family just may not like this person.
But do you think that if your friends don't like your partner, is it because they see something? Maybe it also depends on the friendships you have. Mm-hmm. But when my friends, it's very rare my friends would say, I don't like this person. Like, I don't like them. That's very rare. So if my friends was to say that, I would have to go, why? What do you see that I don't see?
Well, see, and that's what I mean. Like, again, I look at the reasons of why. Like, I'll speak to my experiences where I have situations where I'm talking to someone and I'll have friends that are closer to me than other friends that are around me more.
Right.
So they may see some things to where they'll look at like, oh, this person's taking advantage of you, or this person treats you like shit, or this person talks to you like shit. Like, I don't like that. Like, and their reasons could be valid as to why they may not like a certain aspect of this person or may not like this person, as opposed to like, oh, like, this person's not attractive, I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? Like something so surface level to the point where it's like, oh, they don't have a job, I don't like them. Or they don't have this, I don't like. It's like, well, listen, again, if you don't know the person that you're judging, because I've been judged. When I was in my last relationship, when I was in my last relationship, there was certain members of my significant other's family that didn't like me initially before they knew me. And then they got to know me and that changed because you didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to know someone, you can really formulate your opinions on them. And again, I feel like certain situations have more validity than others, where one can have your best interest, and they're saying like, "Yo, Lou, this girl is taking advantage of you, bro." Like, or the hardest one I would say is like when you have someone. I'm gonna just speak from my perspective. If someone says, "Yo, your girl was messing with this other dude, like she was cheating on you," and now it comes into, do I trust my friend or do I trust my girlfriend? Now, how do I handle this? Now, I handle this by saying to my friend, who is she cheating on me with? Oh, how do you know this? Like, I'm asking you. I'm not gonna just dismiss your claim.
You're basically gonna make me give up a relationship.
Exactly.
I need you to make this.
But I want to know. And then you're telling me something to where it's just like, listen, I could prove it, and you have your proof, or you have your pictures, or whatever. Or as opposed to like, nah, such and such told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no real substance to this claim. Now, if I feel like
And
there's
that might
real
be a
substance
risk.
to exactly, if I feel like there's substance to this claim to the point where I feel the need to have this conversation with my significant other, I understand that now I'm calling into question our trust. Whether you are innocent or guilty, I don't know yet, but I'm calling into question our trust. So if you are innocent, and I come off to you like you believe that I would do that to you, now this puts a rift in our relationship, all because of the word of someone else. As opposed to me not trusting my girl, saying my girl will never do that to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I know my friend has my best interest, but he could have some wrong information. So that's what I'm saying. It's a delicate situation as far as to how this is handled, but it doesn't mean there's not validity to it. So I'm not quick to jump to conclusions, but I'm not. I also don't want to assume the worst of either situation.
Right.
As opposed to you may have someone that's just jealous that you're in a relationship and they
then,
want to see you single.
then if that's the you kind of have to know what kind of friends you have. I don't believe I have those type of friends. I just don't. I don't believe I have those type of friends. So if my friends was telling me the words like I don't like this person, this is why I'm the type of person you could tell me whatever. There was an ex my friends didn't like, and that was the first. I think that was the first one that they didn't really care for. And even then, I still don't think they ever said the words, I don't like them. So I know it takes a minute to get my friends there. You know, there was a guy that they didn't care for. And I could tell, and that was my first time experiencing a relationship where it was difficult to try to get together with a person. Like, you know, group activities and things like that. I don't ever want to experience that again. Granted, it wasn't the worst. Because they came together sometimes, because it wasn't like they didn't like hate it. It wasn't like they hated this person. But that little taste of it, my family not really liking this person, not really liking them, and my friends not really gelling with them, I don't want to experience what it would feel like fully if they completely didn't like this person. I don't want to be isolated like that. I'm a group person. I'm a person that needs to be around my friends, and I want somebody that will also. I'm not saying my friends got to be BFFs with this person, but if they come around, I don't want no, it's awkward or things like that. And you know me, I'm huge on my family. My family's very important to me. So if my family is just not moving right with this, I personally can't do it. So it's a valid for me. It's like that. If my friends and my family are not gelling with this relationship I'm in, and depending on who's at fault, either it's going to get fixed or something gotta go. And my friend's been around way longer than you. So, you know, my friends been around through ups and downs. I will not trade them or my family for a relationship. So that is very important to me. I don't know. I don't know. What about with family? You said the same.
No, I said with family, like I treat it the same to where, like I said, I'm not going to dismiss their opinions just because, you know, I value them so much. I'm going to treat it with care. But I feel like I have a great group of friends and I have a great family.
So basically, this is all depending on the friend group you have as a person.
Well, yeah, because if you have friends that you trust, that you know are real,
have the best interest, have your best interest at heart.
Because I've had friends in past situations that have told me I'm not too crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they've told me their reasons as to why. And then when we break up, it wasn't like I told you so, like on some like ha ha ha. It was more so along the lines of like, nah, I knew she wasn't right for you anyway, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like that, but it was like something that you expressed to me, and I always appreciate the honesty. And having these conversations, because again, I do value that. As far as with my family, my last relationship I was in, my family, I never had that issue. Like my family took a very big liking to my last girlfriend, and my friends already knew her, so there was familiarity there. It wasn't like I'm introducing someone new to the situation, and everyone's trying to ingratiate with each other, and it was fortunate enough we all went to school together, so we all was all already friendly. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, I see. And the next one would be a partner who likes to dance with other people at parties.
I'm not a big party person. Admittedly, I don't really go to parties. So
if
we've had
your
this,
girl went out with
we've
her
had
friends.
this conversation before.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be like that, then I understand to where it's just like, okay, well, if I'm not gonna fill that void for her, and she opts to go out with her friends, I don't expect her friends to be having fun and her to be sitting at the table like, yeah, my man doesn't
little
want me
nun,
dancing
just
with
like-
no one, so I'm not gonna move from this spot. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I get that. Do I necessarily want to see it?
No.
So if I'm not seeing it, it's not really, I'm not gonna really think about it. Because again,
When she posted her story, hey.
you know, I'd be
that
lying.
you might like, hold up.
I'd be lying if I said
Don't post it though.
I'd be lying if I said that wouldn't bother me. It would get to me slightly, but again, I have to understand that it's like, well, you should have went.
You can, so basically,
me.
you don't mind, but just don't post. At the very least, respect.
I would
At the very
appreciate
least,
that.
respect.
Now, if it's a situation where, like, say, one of her friends posts and she happens to be
That's
shot,
different. You can't control
I can't
the
blame
friends.
her for
You
that.
can't control the friends.
But again, I have to take the L because I'm not
A party
you know,
guy.
exactly.
Yeah.
So if I want that to be different, then I gotta change. I gotta step up. That's how I look at it. Like if I'm not stepping up and you're still willing to make this work, then there's gonna be some compromises somewhere.
Right.
And that's on me. I can't stop you. If this is what you love, I can't stop you from, no, you're no longer gonna do that because you're with me. And I don't like doing that, so we're not gonna do that. No. It's not gonna be the case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna go out with my friends. All right, have a good time.
Be like Kevin Hart.
You know
Cool.
what I mean? Enjoy yourself.
Cool.
That type.
Where y'all going? I don't care. No, me. So this is a petty for me. I don't care. I don't care. And I am a party girl. You know that. I personally don't care. My man goes out and, you know, when I keep saying my man like I got one, but I'm saying my man goes out with his boys and they go into a club. Of course, go do you. Like, have fun. You pay for your ticket. Some of these parties is mad expensive. You think I want you to just sit there and nurse your drink? Have a good old time. I don't care. Have fun. Get your dances in. Tell me the story later. That's my favorite part in relationships. When you go out and do your thing, I go out with my girls and we come back together. We go, yo, and this happened. And we just have those moments. I feel like if I'm policing your night out, you're not going to tell me fun stories. And that's what I want you to do. We're not old. We're not decrepit. You're supposed to get your little wine in. You know, so that's a petty for me. I'm not about to sit here and be telling, because then what's stopping him from doing it anyway? Come on, once again, what's stopping you from going and dancing and getting your dance on? Just tell your friends not to post it. But now you're making his experience, just have fun. Just go out. I don't care, because I don't want you doing it to me. Because if I go out with my friends, if I go out with my homegirls, best believe I am dancing. I am going to dance. I tried that shit in a past relationship. It's boring. It's really boring. You're sitting there, your girls is getting lit, everybody's dancing. What am I supposed to do? Just do bachata and just do that? I want to dance. If I'm hearing my song and it's making me, I want to do my thing, you know. And I want a man